From the streetlights of Gotham to the skylines of Metropolis, this is Capes and Cases, where investigations need icons, and the stories behind the heroes finally get told. Marky Mark, Calibus Ram.
I really love that intro.
That's yeah. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Capes and Cases. Um, we have from from Fridge Worthy Art, my man Tom. We met him at Blood in the Water. Mark and I have been a fan ever since then. You guys probably seen him on the Cosmic Portal because we shout out his artwork. We shout out anytime I see a reel, I repost it because I love his artwork. I bought one which I should have brought in here with me because over this week, well, last weekend was Tidewater Comic Con, and I got to meet Ashley Eckstein, who also does the voice of Ahsoka and many other voices that she does. But that was the one that I wanted. I got that done, and then Tom did a picture of Ahsoka from Rosario Dawson. So I put those two together because eventually I will get her to sign that. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That would be cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta keep those. I don't. I mean, I don't want. I want the one you made for me. That little one that I got from you. I want that one signed. Um, I just think it would be a great combo. But we're here to talk about what you experienced at Tidewater Comic Con. I went straight over to your page, and you have most of the great footage anyway from that point. So let me go ahead and pop that up there, guys. Again, TikTok, Instagram. This is where you can find this man, and you will fall in love with the artwork that you see. So this is all from Tom's point of view.
Yeah.
um, you got the I don't know who or what they are. It was
Let
another
me
little
say. I'm
interesting.
gonna. I'm trying to make it so my screen, like the whole window's like just on the top half of my thing. I'm trying to make it so I
Oh,
can see you better.
hold on.
Let me see if I turn it. Nah, it's still jacked. I don't know why.
How about now?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good.
Okay, so
Um,
look at that.
yeah. So this is literally like it was. I was by myself. My dad was supposed to come with me, and he broke his arm, so he couldn't make it. And so this is me. I got my booth neighbors to cover me while I ran to the bathroom, and literally this was my walk back, and it was so crazy that I couldn't even find my booth. Like I went down the wrong aisle.
Well, it took us a
Um,
minute to find you. I'm not gonna lie. It took, and I saw the night before when you had said, "I'm over here by the main entrance," and then when you did it again, it's 15 minutes to opening. You were doing your own little countdown, and it still took us a little bit to find you.
yeah, I tried to say K because like when I checked in on Friday, they told me I was at K8, but I didn't know if everybody's privy to that, numerology. Like that's what they use for the main floor. So I said that, but I'm thinking I don't know if people know. But one thing that was a little odd, I thought, when I walked back is like they make it so that the aisle, um, like the front half, I'll say the front half as you come in, it kind of ends. You almost hit like an end cap of the next set of aisles. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like it's not just. Did you notice that? It's not just like a running shot like the whole
Yeah.
way. They like you run into like the end cap of these other people. It's just kind of weird. It's like instead of the aisle just running the whole way, they did like, and I don't know if that was by design for something, but that's what kind of threw me off. And so I'm trying to hold my phone back so my I have a big head as it is, but
Well,
I don't
look,
know why it's
I,
like that big, but
I'm gonna tell you, um, I my boss wanted some autograph. He wanted an autograph, and I wanted an autograph, and he just happened to have that to do that. So my wife actually bought my autograph for me for Father's Day. So I got an early Father's Day present, and got that done, which was great. So I'm sitting here. I really had no business being there. I was already low on funds as it was, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed that experience. Plus, I wanted to go see you. I wanted to see another artist that was there. I didn't get a chance to see her, but you know, I wanted to make sure before we left we got to talk with you because again, we had a ball at Blood and Water, and I'm sure you're going to be at THC this year in September.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, because
Go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say because you brought it up. Billy came over and talked to me a couple times. Who's the organizer for that?
Yeah.
And we talked about his show. And I was trying to hook up with you in advance, but I was trying to set you up because I was going to try to get you in and just be my vendor booth, like my booth babe, just to get you
Yeah.
a deal. Uh, be, because my dad wasn't going to be able to make it, and I was waiting on this one guy I know, and literally like last minute he let me know he couldn't make it, and not his fault, but I was trying to help because I know it's not cheap to get in there, and then um, but I know where you're coming from. Like I usually go there and I mandate like a budget for myself. I've always done that. I haven't even been doing shows a full year, so I've always been just a consumer for like at least 35 years. I mean, if not more than that, foot of my
Right.
54, probably 40, really, maybe closer to that. And so I get it, and that's one of the reasons why, like I don't know if you noticed because you got one, but like at my table when I first started, I didn't have the small prints. I had just the big ones. And actually, they were more expensive. I had them $20, and then I did buy two get one, right? But then after like two shows, I felt like, ah, this is too much. Like I wanted to make it more affordable. So what I did is I just made them 15 a pop, and then no buy two get one. I just figure, if people want one, they'll get one. But then I introduced the $5 prints, and those actually did really well. Like
Yep.
because I think for two reasons. One, I think is the cost factor, but also secondly, if anyone's like me, you have prints you've accumulated over the years that aren't even on your wall. You got nowhere to put them, and literally those will just stick on your fridge, like
Yeah.
fridge worthy art. Like literally, I was thinking of that, and I keep tweaking my setup a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, I was like, man, I can't believe how busy I was. There was like because I did the horror con, I did two horror cons, I've done Pokemon shows, I did the card shows, and I did like a cosplay world one. And I didn't know, what to expect, of course. As a vendor, when I got there and set up, vendor next to me, they said, "Oh, you're going to do well." Now I don't know how they would know, other than they've been to shows, so they weren't wrong. I mean, I didn't have like a 10-minute time where there wasn't someone at my booth just at least chatting it up with me, which was
Right.
really cool. Like I had not experienced that before. And I think the other thing that was really cool is one of the differences I made this time. I don't know if you noticed it, but I had set up my iPad on like a time lapse with my drawing process,
Yeah.
and that really got a lot of people talking to me and just talking about art and engaging in that way. And to me, I'm going to be honest, like when it post show, that's the most rewarding thing to me. Like I have a regular job. Like you want to make your money back, whatever, and do well and all that kind of stuff. But the meaningful interactions I have with like other artists, especially young artists and people that are like asking you about techniques and all that, like I eat that up. I love that. I love just talking art, and I think all artists are in the same boat. We all know that we can improve our whole lives. It's like that. So it's just fun to. So that drew a lot of attention. Like I feel like that really was good. Um, but overall, man, I mean, it was good. It was really good. It was fun, seeing the costumes, and Um, I realized afterwards, seeing all the posts online, how many costumes I actually missed. I mean, there's a ton that I didn't even see. I
A
guess
lot
people
of
just
them.
didn't.
No, they were hanging out before the dealer's room
Yeah, they don't
because
even get in there, I don't think.
yeah. Well, the convention hall is so big. I mean, that's one thing you have to admit with Virginia Beach Convention Center. It was. I mean, I didn't feel crowded. I didn't feel boxed in. When I go to Galaxy Con, especially on a Saturday, oh my God, the heat from everybody and the bumping and the what I mean, really kind of yeah. There it was nice. The people were nice. The police officers were nice. Um, the vendors, everything was it was really cool. I've been to the first two when it was
Mm.
only on a Saturday, and I haven't been back since.
Oh, okay.
And so this was my first return back to Tidewater Comic Con, and then I had on all that Joker stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I
Normally, I would not even, especially anything with. I don't know what it is with me and something. Maybe because I don't have really any
yeah.
hair. The
Oh, yeah.
Klingon
Yeah.
outfit is got hair, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets in mind. I'm doing this, and now I had all these dreads.
Yeah.
So I had all these Joker dreads, and I'm constantly doing like this, and then I had to check the back of my head because I had a mask on, so you didn't see like the back of my head. You saw this black silky thing, so I had to keep throwing all that back. But it was great. But like I said, when we were looking for you, and I had Rob got in first, and I'm like, did you find Tom? He goes, no, not yet. I'm going to make the laps, and I'll you guys go this way, I'll go that way, because you were the first person we wanted to to touch base with before
Oh,
we
man, I
got in there.
appreciate that. Okay. Yeah.
So we're looking around, we're looking around, we're looking around, and he's like, I haven't found them yet. And then Ashley came by. So I gotta get these autographs. I want to get these done now versus get them later and then be stuck, stuck.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Tom, I got my piece of paper, and I'm thinking I'm just going to walk right over here to this line because it's a short line. I'm thinking I got here great. Lady goes, no, there's a queue way over there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I
Man.
get over to the queue. The queue really wasn't that long. The VIP section, on the other hand,
Yeah.
was pretty long. And they had a better system than most people because they let you go a little bit at a time. They did 4 or 5
Hmm.
VIPs, and then they did one or two general audience. 4 or 5 VIPs, one or two general audiences. Once you
Oh,
got up
okay,
to that
okay.
certain queue, so it was pretty cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, but after we did that, we sat down, and then we were on the mission to find you. That was the whole mission. We had to find you, talk with you, before we did anything else.
I
Because
should have
I
given
kept
you my
saying,
cell. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop you my cell phone number, so you'll have it. But I was looking around at some of the other artists, and there were some guys doing some comic books and da 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 and everything else. But your prints, there is something about your prints that maybe it's that black and white factor that you have, but it's the way you have the character presented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now look at
Thank
that.
you.
And this was another thing that I loved. Your prices for commissions are reasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard, especially me as an author, right? So, and I hate. No, I don't. I love to use AI because I can't draw. And I
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
tell people if I found somebody that was reasonable enough to work with me, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking for, a cheap handout or something, but I'm looking for something reasonable. Full body, $100. Now that's great. I've got people $400 or $500 for a full length, on an 8x10.
Yeah.
They want to charge $300 or $400, and I'm looking at them. You got to be crazy. I can do this for $5 over here.
Yeah.
$5. You know what I mean? And then you want to complain But $100 is reasonable because again, I've seen your artwork, I've seen your style, I love it. That's why I want to go to you for my stuff. And
I
everybody was
appreciate
like,
it.
"Yeah, that that'd be kind of cool." Well, this is my second book. It's a new series that I'm starting, and it's taken on a life of its own. And AI can only go so far because I really kind of want that human factor in what I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, when I was talking to a few of my friends, they were like, "Yeah, man, Tom, I think Tom's a choice for you." And I was like, "Yeah, I was thinking that too." So, once I get everything kind of settled, I'm going to present everything to you, give you your ideas so you can see where I'm at, and then I want to do that with you. Um, but again, having you at the shows where we're at is a blast. You know what I mean? Because you were one of the first people, and I didn't have at Blood and Water. I didn't have much. I had because we're interviewers. We're not gonna have certain things
Oh,
up there,
right. Hmm.
And Rob does his Star Wars thing, and I was telling Rob, I was like, from now on, we're gonna do capes and cases. MarsCon will be your con. We will help you out at MarsCon. We'll do the Star Wars thing, but I need you here with me so we can get these interviews done. I want to set up a base, maybe bring somebody back here, do some interviews at the table, that sort of thing. So you're one of the first people that came over, chatted it up with us, and talked with us, and that's why we do what we do with you now because you were so genuine, and then we loved what you were doing. We saw your artwork, we loved it, and boom. So when I heard that you were going to be at Tidewater Comic Con too, I was like, we got to go. Tom's going to be there anyway. I'm getting the autographs. We can go ahead and talk with Tom while we're there. But I underestimated. See, it's right over there. Hold on, let me do this real quick. So
Oh, yeah.
I I underestimated how hot
Dude, you looked
this
hot in
was
that
going to
thing.
be. This
Yeah.
was, but you know what I did love about it? Not everybody, as a Joker, everybody has their own rendition of it. This was unique. This was totally unique
Yeah,
at the
I
con.
wanted to ask you, did you make that custom?
No, 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 no,
No?
no. This is something I bought.
Really?
Everything else I got off of eBay. I mean, not eBay, Amazon. But I was trying to. I wanted this to be because my thing is cyberpunk type stuff.
Hmm. Yeah.
You see the mask.
It
It's more
does. It has
cyberpunk.
that, like, it has that clean
Yeah,
mech almost. Yeah, I could see that. It
yeah.
is cool looking.
So it was one of the things that I wanted to do. And then when the cops that were there, they were like, "Can we get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Wow, the Joker taking pictures with the cops. This is pretty cool." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
had that. Yeah, I had all that. Pretty much. I just didn't. I couldn't do the whole get all crazy. I couldn't do it. Towards the end, when I was leaving, I could.
Oh, right, like getting hyped
Red
up in
Hood, yeah.
character
Well, the
mode.
Red
Yeah.
Hood guys came out.
Uh,
All the Red Hood guys came out, and I'm like, all I need is a crowbar. And they're like, oh man, that's pretty messed up. I said, not as messed up as if I got that crowbar. You know what I mean?
yeah,
All the way to the car, I must have ran into like 3 or 4 Red Hoods.
yeah.
So it was crazy. Um, but again, your next show is what?
I'm doing next Saturday. I'm doing Pokemon show. That's a nice show. I mean, they have the guys Ven. They put on a good show. It's super rare. It's called, where people are into like cards and stuff. And then I'm
Right.
doing the week after that. I'm doing. The guy's gonna kill me. I forgot the name. It's like the inaugural. It's like authors. It's like a whole bunch of authors. That next Saturday, it's like his first con setup, and I'm like the guest artist. Like whatever.
Oh, nice.
And then the Sunday, I'm doing 757 card show again with the guy. Gosh, I forget his name. He messaged me see if I'm going to be going. So yeah, because I've done well at those too, and they're now the author one I've never done. That's new, but the card ones, it's a nice family environment. A lot of people that like my kids are probably a little bit older than my kids. They grew up on like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that, and like they're older now and they got kids that they got into the hobby and collectors and they got money. I found that out. I didn't, they're there to spend their money. I remember a guy walked up to me and he's like, "Oh, I really like those originals or whatever." He's like, "I'm going to go sell a couple cards and I'll be back." And I'm thinking to myself, "Yeah, all right." People say all the time,
Yeah, all
But
the time.
15 minutes later, he's back. He's like, he told me what he saw. He sold a blah 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 and a blah blah blah. Here you go. I'm like, all right, great, good. So they're passing around a lot more money for that stuff than I am for artwork. I can tell you that. But it's a fun environment. It really is, and you get a lot of young artists and things like that like to draw, and I enjoy talking to them and stuff. And yeah, it's good. I will tell you that you were talking about like the crowd last year when I went because I've gone. We moved here 5 years ago. I think I've gone every year. It just started.
Uh huh.
And last year when I went, because my kids are all grown now, it was the first year I went by myself, which is like going to movies by myself, which I do all the time too. It's kind of weird when you go to see like Mario, by yourself, but
Yeah.
I do. And but I was by myself and I went on a Saturday, but I had the weekend pass. And
Uh huh.
man, it was so packed that I was there an hour and left and came back Sunday, and Sunday was so much better. And this year it was exactly the same way, but I was on the other side as a vendor. Like Saturday was so packed, you'd have probably hated it because like it was so crowded that you don't even feel comfortable, like as a consumer, stopping at a table really and taking your time and looking because you always feel like somebody's trying to get by you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like kind of like you're in the way. And I'm not a small person. You're not a small person, so like especially when you're bigger, you just feel like you're
Yep.
wearing a refrigerator around you and you're bumping into
Yep.
everybody. So Sunday, you came the right day, I'm going to say, because Saturday, man, we got there. I'm telling you, within 15 minutes of those VIPs rolling in there, that line you're talking about, that queue. I mean, that thing was way past where I was at, and it worked out for me because I was getting stragglers breaking off that line coming down the aisle to me. But I think
Yeah.
you made a good choice actually coming on Sunday. Unless you're there, I think there was some panels, of course, if you're doing that, or if there are items that are one of ones that you really wanted to see if you could get,
Yeah.
you might miss out. But other than that, I feel like most things would still be available to you on Sunday that weren't on Saturday. Um, but overall, I have to say the crowd was nice. They were very positive, like really in good spirits. Like even though it was crowded, I felt like the people were in so the guy, whatever they did there, the vibe they're putting together, the people were in good mood. That
Oh
was my
yeah.
perception. That was my perception of it. Like they were just happy to be there in their different costume, just enjoying themselves. It really was nice. The the Ahsoka, you were talking about that. Somebody did two people came back to me. They took my Ahsoka, they bought the big print and they
Yeah.
got her to sign that. That was pretty cool. I was gonna get my original signed by her, but like I'm not gonna lie, when I found out it was 125, I was like, damn,
Okay. So
I was like,
funny you say that because it was a little bit more because if you added words, it was $40 more.
oh my, yeah.
It was 165. I
Oh,
couldn't afford that. Obviously I was like, just her signature would be fine. Thank you very much. You know what I mean?
man, I
So
was I was selling the original drawing for 125.
yeah.
No offense to
See,
her, if she draws that, that's great. But like I personally, for a voice actor, that I was like, nah, I'm good. Like if it was Rosario Dawson, yes, Thank you.
Yeah,
I would wait. Yes, 100%. I will wait for you. No problem. But
yeah.
everybody has their different people that they really, like. And so, but for me, that would have been a nice to have, to add to my collection. Because usually, if I get somebody to sign for me, I save them. Um,
Hmm.
like when we were at the Blood in the Water Con, I got Tony Moran to sign the Halloween, and
Oh,
he
nice.
customized it to me. That guy talked to me for like 45 minutes because another person there introduced me to him and like a
Uh,
friend. And he told me all these stories about filming a movie and stuff and all that crazy stuff. And it was just very a cool experience. And he didn't even charge me.
oh,
So
wow.
yeah, they didn't charge me. So I guess I don't know. I was just, and no offense to them, they can draw it. I know they got to make their money. Hey, I'm all about capitalism. Make your money, but it wasn't a big enough like. If I was going to pay anybody 125, and I don't even know, I didn't get a chance to get in the line. I did. I kind of wanted to meet the guy from ET, Henry Thomas, but I never even got a chance. I was just so now I'd have paid him that.
Now look,
Um,
Jedi Joe wanted that one. Jedi Joe wanted to meet the guy from ET, but he couldn't make it because he just didn't have it. He had a
oh
toothache, and that like it was like two something out of his budget. He was like, "Bro, my budget's been hit." He's like,
yeah,
I had to have it extracted, and the next thing I know, I'm paying $200 and something dollars. I was like, I get it, don't worry about it, we got it.
yeah.
But I mean, I agree with you. The thing is, my boss had the actor who did Anakin's voice and Obi-Wan's voice,
Oh
and
yeah.
he wanted hers, and he goes,
Oh
got
yeah.
two. Here's one for you, and then you can have. And I was like, all three. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh,
Oh, he got it for
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I went. No, I got. He gave it to me, so I went down there and got those signed, and I got to
Oh,
keep one.
nice. Oh
So
wow,
yeah, I had to do it. You know what I
that's
mean?
legit. Yeah, that's
And
nice. Yeah,
yeah, so I mean, but my thing is, everybody's like, so what are you gonna do? I'm like, what do you mean? What I'm gonna do? It's going on the wall. I
yeah,
don't. I don't care if they don't put my name on it. I'm not trying to flip it. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't try to buy something, hold on to it, and flip it. If I
yeah,
have it, it's mine, and especially anything like if you drew or whatever, that's for me. That's all. That's the child in me that couldn't get this or wanted that real cool picture because I couldn't draw. As a guy who can't draw, there's something about when somebody says, "Hey, man, let me draw this up for you," and that you get this thing, and now you have it. You know what I mean?
yeah. It is.
So,
It is flattering. I mean, when people come up, like that's the one thing I was telling my dad. I talked to my dad this morning on the phone. I was telling him it was kind of weird because it was like I admire other artists.
mhm.
I don't look at myself like that at all. Like I enjoy the process. I draw. But like it almost gives you the feeling of how some of these people that are famous artists and stuff get a little bit like develop some narcissism and stuff because you're literally, dude. The whole time I'm there, I thought my hair was gonna grow back. They're hyping me up so much. Like I was like, man, they are making me feel special up in here. And it's a really very nice complimentary feeling. Great feeling to get. But after a while, you're just like, do I even deserve? Like this is crazy.
No, you
Um,
deserve it because one, you're humble with it, and your artwork is fucking good. It's
thank you,
really
thank you.
good. Uh, you wowed Mark because, again, we tell the story. We go over to his booth. There are the monster cereals,
Hmm.
and I swear to you, me and Mark had the same. Oh, this is. Oh, yeah, and that brings back that nostalgia. You know what I mean? And I
Hmm.
mean, it's the same thing my boss does. He tries to have. We have these candles that smell like Fruit Loops. So people come in, they're like, "Oh wow,
That's
this
crazy.
smells
Yeah,
like this," you know what I mean? And then on the back TV, I have Saturday morning cartoons playing from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I love it. Yeah.
And it's that thing that takes you back, and that's what my boss wants. And
Hmm.
again, you captured that in art form. You know what I mean? So when we
Yeah.
saw it, boom. When I saw your Ahsoka picture after meeting her, I wanted that picture because of
Yeah.
the
That's
way you
cool.
drew it. You know what I mean? It just it clicked. It had that thing. So yes, you deserve it. Yes, you
Well,
deserve it.
it
You know what I
was,
mean?
thank you. It was nice. Yeah. You know, what was crazy was Saturday, like 20 minutes to go in the show. This guy and these two ladies walk up to the booth, and the guy starts talking to me. He's like, "Oh, you drew these?" Like, whatever, real casual. And he looks familiar, but I don't know who he is. And then about halfway, he's talking. I'm like, "Oh, I know who you are. You're the guy from Titanic." And it was Billy Zane. But
Oh
but I
wow!
didn't. But I didn't show my card. I didn't show. Oh my god! I didn't do that. I was just like, cool. And he didn't buy anything, but he was very complimentary, and like he said he used to draw, like he likes drawing, all that. That was pretty cool. That was when I realized that that's who it was, because he had a mustache and everything, and he had
Yeah,
like this.
that
He had
hat.
like a
Yeah,
grandpa hat, like I wear sometimes now.
yeah.
So it took me a minute, but when he spoke, is when I. It was weird. It's almost like because I'd never met the man before, but you from watching like the Phantom. I remember him from the Phantom, and that
See, you
you
and me
like,
click. That
yeah,
was the Phantom to me. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. You're like, oh, okay, oh, I know who this dude is. Yeah, you're like, okay, I know who this is. Um, so that was kind of cool. Like looking back, um, but yeah, it was a good time. Like Ahsoka was one of my top sellers, and for the first time, I did some color prints. Like I've never done color prints because I had like my whole thing was I was doing black and white, but I've done color. Like I do sketch covers, and I had done Daredevil, Superman, and Darkwing Duck. I got prints made of those, and don't you know I sold out of all those like the first day.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
damn, I should have got more because you never know what's going to sell.
Dude, those
And I didn't even know
Daredevil,
if people, want color, but they
the
do.
the cosplayers were there. There were like 5 to 7 Daredevils and different variations of Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah. One
So
guy came to my booth for a while. He had like um the wrist wraps on his hands and everything,
yeah.
and like it looked good. He looked pretty cool. But I didn't know that. I didn't know all. I wish that's the only thing. I wish they. You know what I wish they did? I would almost tell the guy, do a parade up and down the aisles of the cosplayers. Like have them participate in this parade, and almost have like maybe the vendors could do some kind of judging. Because then I know that's so self-serving, but I wouldn't admit. I probably missed 75%. When I look back, I thought I saw, and I did. I saw a lot.
Yeah.
But there's so many I missed. I mean, people would come up to the booth, and I'm not going to lie, most of the time I didn't know who they were, and I would say, "Who are you? What are you from?" And they would tell me. Now, a few times it was an OC, like like one of their original characters, but a lot of times it was like an anime or a video game I just didn't know well enough. Um, Actually, what's funny is the one girl and her two friends, they were from this show, Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
And I had never watched it, and now I have watched the entire series. I watched the entire series the next day because of those girls, and I wish I knew their name because they were right. Because we were talking about free run. I think they bought a free run print from me, and they said, "Oh, if you like free run, you'll like." And they're right. I loved it. I think it's 24 episodes, and the next day, 2 days, I watched the whole thing.
See,
Yeah.
there was one girl there that asked me to sign her book, and I think she was, I think it was like a Death Note book, and I just signed my name. I'm just
That's
like, you know what
cool.
I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing was great, but again, it's always great for us to get there, meet up with you, see you, and everything else, and you know, you've got some people in your corner over here.
Oh,
Uh,
I appreciate it.
you're one of our favorite artists. We don't have many, but you're one of our favorite, few artists that we do love to promote and everything else. Um, and it was great to be out there, see you out there, and I'm glad you, of course, did well. And
Yeah.
you're going to have to when we do Tidewater HorrorCon, we're going to get with you so you can actually come sit with us and maybe grab a bite to eat or catch a drink with us or something like
Oh, for
that, or
sure. Yeah, I'll hang out. Yeah.
because yeah, man, because that's for me at Tidewater HorrorCon. That's the best part when all that is over. They're like, all right, let's go down and get something to eat. And I'm like, cool, let's hit the bar. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
ready.
what.
Let's go. You know what I mean? I miss that because when we went to cons when I was younger, I mean we weren't supposed to be drinking, but you always found that
Yeah.
one guy who had the alcohol, and we were just and this is really sad at the same time as funny as I think it is. We're we're geeking out about what costumes we saw and the Starship Enterprise versus a Star Destroyer, and we're all drinking and just nerd stupid stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, but again, I loved getting there, and I was like, I want to get that. And I was thumbing through your prints. I'm like, I wonder if he's got it. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, let me get that, Tom. Let me,
Yeah. You know what?
you know,
There were more I wanted to do, but I had picked up. I had the one you were saying about the commissions.
yeah,
When I put my commissions up, I only did that one show ago. Before that, it was Pokemon, and I picked up that one show. I got like 7 commissions off that one show, and so I was doing those, and I do price them. I know my time. I know what it will usually take me to knock something out and put it to my level of detail. Like I'm not going to cheat them. Like so they get, if anything, I'll make less and I'll make sure because that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like I want it to look
yeah,
ultimately. I want the drawing to look good. I don't want it to look like I sold out. You know, um, I don't. I don't. And I know people do. They do that. That's one of the reasons I don't really do sketches at the show. I could if I had a booth babe or something like somebody with me. I could sit there and knock stuff out, but I don't think you're going to take the time, that you would to do that. But I had so many commissions, and then I picked up. I've been doing these trading cards, and I committed to a big amount of those. So like, I just couldn't do the stuff. Like I rough sketched out several other Star Wars people. I just couldn't get to it. So I was a little disappointed, but it's you only have so much time because I got a regular job too.
yeah.
So,
Well,
but
look,
yeah, the commissions. You're right. When I put them at $100, like people, especially the Pokemon crowd, because it seems like they all have a favorite character that I have not done. Um, but one really cool commission I got from the show I saw you guys at was the girl that had me do. She had me do all the Labyrinth characters combined with Rocky Horror
oh
Picture
yeah,
Show, and that one was more, of course, because it was like a lot. I knew I
right,
could tell. I kind of know my time, but she really liked that because because I met 3 or 4 people that week in person in the area because I'm local and I meet up with them rather than put it in the mail. And
yeah,
2 of them actually gave me extra money I didn't know until I got home, and they were that pleased. So I'm like, that's nice. That was
yeah,
really nice. And that girl's print, like I made prints of that, and that one sold really well at the show too. But I sold. It was crazy because this is the first show where I actually tracked well, like what sold. I really didn't pay very much attention before, but I wanted to kind of know. And 46 different print like styles sold, and I sold like 110 prints or something like that. And but like such a diverse, because my dad was asking, "Oh, what's the top?" And there were, I mean, Daredevil was the very top because the original of that sold too. But like the Star Wars ones are up there, a bunch of the Pokemon were up there. But then some stuff I thought would sell well didn't sell at all, and some things that I had never sold. So you
You
just
never
don't know.
know.
It's just a weird, yeah, you know. And the thing is, all that stuff you were saying about the breakfast cereal and stuff like that. That's what's fun about this for me is that all that stuff pretty much I created for myself. Like I just draw what I want to draw. Until of course you get commissions. But like the cereal monsters, like nobody asked me to draw it. I wanted to draw that. Like Bewitched, the people from the Looney Tunes, like that kind of thing, because it made me happy to make it. And then someone else appreciates it after you've drawn it is like really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Well, I tell you, man, you're. It's just amazing. I want you to keep posted. As of course, as I'm watching your feed, I'm going to make sure that it's dropped out, it's shouted out, and anytime that you want to follow up and talk about what you did at a con, hit me up and we'll get you on.
Yeah, man, thanks. Yeah, it's cool. I
Without a doubt,
appreciate it.
without a doubt, man. Because I'm telling you, um, we enjoy what you do. Please keep doing what you do, and of course, once I get situated with what I'm doing, I'm going to hit you up because I need to get some artwork down for what I'm doing, and
Yeah, just hook up with me. Yeah, I'll definitely work out with
yeah,
you. Yeah.
because
The
I'm telling you,
I saw you saw the new Star Wars. I
I had to take my wife after her appointments and stuff, and she was like, can we do that? I'm like, okay, okay, yeah, we can do that. That's cool. Um, and then the guys, "Well, we bought you a ticket." I'm like, well, I've already seen it. Yeah, don't worry about that. You're going with us. Okay.
yeah.
So I had to see it twice, and I gotta say I enjoyed it. I thought it was um, a good movie. Um, I notice now that the mechanics of movie making aren't the same from what we wanted them to be. If
Yeah.
that makes sense, this is not old school trilogy era. This is not prequel era Star Wars where you have these things. This is just a new style of storytelling, which was for me kind of refreshing. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Um, there were some cutesy parts in there,
Yeah, I just saw it.
but yeah, But other than that,
I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. Like I let these YouTube reviewers try to ruin stuff for me, and we just reminded me. I think maybe I'm easily satisfied, but I loved it. Like one of the first movies I went to, I think the second movie my parents ever took me to was Star Wars. I saw Empire, I saw Return of the Jedi, you know, and just them having like they started out with the snowtroopers.
right?
Man, they're so cool. Like, and then the whole Jabba. That's some of my favorite Star Wars memories of that movie. Is like
Yes.
that whole Jabba's palace and everything associated with that. Now, I guess they couldn't. I just remember the band and all that. Like, I thought it would have been
Yeah.
really cool if they had the band and stuff. But obviously, it's a different time. But I thought the movie was great. But I think part of it too is that we're kind of ingrained now with like these episodic type shows that we
Yeah.
watch, and so it's a different vibe. It's weird. It's almost like an hour into the movie, I was looking at my watch, thinking, "Is this over?" And I'm like, "Wait, we're only an hour in, so there's got to be more here." And there was. But if you think about it, a lot of the Star Wars movies, like Return of the Jedi, for example, is a perfect example. It had all of a sudden it transitioned to that cutesy part, with the Ewoks and all
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And they did something similar here. But hey, you're bringing the kids. You want to do that. You're trying to bring up a new generation. Like there was applause in the theater, and I loved it. I don't know what I even left a review on Rotten Tomatoes because I want people to know the movie doesn't suck. Because I guess
Yeah.
because you watch Nerdrotic and some of these guys on YouTube that are popular. And they act
Well,
like they're
they
Siskel and Ebert or something. Like
They
they're,
don't.
you know,
Not only that, but they don't. They always a Star Wars movie should be this. They did the same thing for Galaxy's Edge, and I
yeah,
hated it. They were oh this should be packed because it's Star Wars, and I'm like,
yeah,
calm down. It is packed. I was there, and
yeah. I
then
was there. Yeah,
the following week or something like that, one of them went. They go, it's empty, and then okay, well, there's getting be a lot of people in here now. No, really,
yeah.
you know, it's to the
It's
point
kind of a
now.
shame, like when you
Yeah,
think about it, how much power these influencers have, and what
yeah,
because in a negative way. Like if they
yeah.
decide, it's almost like they're setting the rules for what you should like, and that should never happen.
No,
You have to give yourself the opportunity to see whether or not you enjoy. So, I mean, I'm easily pleased, probably, but I grew up on '80s B movie like track, like
no, but it was good.
you know.
I mean, it's some of the best Star Wars. I mean, because there's the last couple of shows. Oh God, no! I just
Oh, I couldn't
they
even finish the one. That's one that I did agree.
I
What's the
just
one where they're all witches or something? Like that was just
acolyte.
weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that I just couldn't get down with that too much, but
No, I couldn't either. But again, here we have, like I said, this show. Um, I want to go see it again. I saw it in IMAX 3D. I saw it in the regular format and everything else. But and they're all like you said, they were already. Oh, it's not. It's the worst opening ever on a Thursday for this Star Wars movie. And
yeah.
I'm just like, really? You got this is your best shtick. That oh, it's the worst Star Wars opening and da 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 da. And I'm like, you're not even giving it a shot. I don't know what you're expecting. Just
Yeah.
enjoy the movie. It had a very good
It's just
story.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just an extension of like the Comic Con in general, you know what I mean? Like what you like, and you don't owe anyone an explanation as to why you like something. And
true.
that's one of the things that drives me crazy. Like if you and that's one of the things I love about Comic Con is like people rolling up in these costumes and like, look, be yourself. Be
Yeah.
yourself. You only got one version of yourself. Just be it. Enjoy it. Just be you. Like, and that go to the movies you want to go to. Like, yeah, I was actually a little frustrated, annoyed because I was like, man, that movie was so good. I almost let them get to me. I'm thinking, maybe I won't go see it. Same with Mortal. I loved Mortal Kombat. Like, I loved it. And like, I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to mention that because I saw on your thing that
Oh
you
man.
had seen it.
Look,
Yeah.
we were in there. They had Spotchka at Cinema Cafe, and you got a little red lightsaber with it. So we were in there
Oh,
drinking and what I mean, and watching the
I didn't even know
movie.
what
And
that was. Spotchka. Was that a drink?
it's a drink that they have on the Mandalorian, but at Cinema Cafe it is citrus lemonade. A citrus lemonade with Smirnoff. So it was just basically vodka and lemonade. Blue vodka, blue lemonade with vodka in it.
Yeah.
We were drinking that, watching the movie. Of course, everybody got like a little souvenir or whatever else. And like I said, with the spotchka came a lightsaber stirrer stick.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That
so
is where I
we're
went. I went there as well, but I didn't buy the drink. I usually get the pizza combo
yeah.
because it's like you get two pizzas, a large popcorn, and a soda, and I take one home with me. I do that pretty much every time.
That's the way
Oh,
to
you
do
got
it,
a
man.
comment on your thing here,
Uh oh, what do we got here?
Miguel.
Oh yeah. Point. No matter how deep the story is, people get caught up in the graphics but
Yeah, he's right.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I grew up. I grew up. I mean, like I'm born in '71, so I don't know. Graphically, it's not maybe what people would expect. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. Now it's not going to win an Oscar, you
No.
know, but or
But the
Academy
summertime
Award or
movies are
whatever.
supposed to be
But
fun, right? Fun movies, popcorn
yeah,
movies. You go, you have a good time. Uh, for me, this was the first time that I got to pal around with some guys after a movie, sit there and talk about the movie and be excited. It was a good
He
drink,
said it was a
yeah.
good drink. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't get it. Now I feel
You know,
cheated.
right? They also had a He-Man drink there, where you got a little power sword inside the drink. So I might go there.
I only know that because on the screen they did display that advertisement
Yeah.
in the beginning, and I'm like, "What is that?" And I didn't even ask the girl. I'm like, but the guy next to me he got a whole pitcher of beer, so he was pretty. He was trying to talk to me about halfway in, and I'm like, "STFU, man!" Like, but
Right?
I was nice to him. But that's the only side effect, I guess, if you get a little enhanced while you're there.
Yeah, you got to be kind
But
of careful.
yeah,
Yeah, I think though, again, I tell everybody, Monday will be the review. Hopefully, it will. They're already. Oh, it's not going to make money, like it's going to flop like Solo and all this. I'm like, guys, give it a shot. You haven't even given it a shot yet.
it's so funny people with that, like it's their wallet.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it's not going to make money? It's going to make millions of dollars. I know they publish, the budget and monies that are going out allocated to the actors and marketing and those types of things. But do
Yeah.
we really know behind the scenes? I mean,
No.
I don't think you would continue to make something if it never made anything. If you think about, I mean, when I went, it was crowded. When I went even today to look to find, middle of the day on a Friday, every show, there was not that many seats. So at least it's Cinema Cafe. And it was
Yeah.
a nice family crowd. I thought they did a good job of keeping the violence good for family, like
Yeah.
there was like one knife stab, but they didn't make it bloody and stuff like that. I don't know, I enjoyed it unapologetically, but if people didn't enjoy it, good, that's fine too. Like it doesn't hurt my feelings, you know what I mean? But anyway, I think that's probably why I did well with the Star Wars stuff at the show, with the prints and all. Um, but what's funny is that's another. I have that Boba Fett, and people my age, our age, would know it's Boba Fett, but the
Right.
younger people were calling him the Mandalorian, and I didn't even argue. And even
Yeah.
Yoda, they were
Right.
calling Grogu. I'm like, this is not Grogu, but I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, 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 you know. So it just shows you generationally, like where we're at, with kids and
Yeah.
stuff, and so yeah. But it was a good time. I didn't mean to, because I don't even know what time it is. I'm just like whatever.
Oh no,
But
we're good, man. We're good.
yeah,
But um, again, I want you to. I'm going to be watching your page, but anytime after you do a show and you want to get on and you want to talk about it, drop me a line and we'll get you on and we can get you to talk about it.
do you?
Again, we're here to promote you.
Man, I appreciate it. You guys record these things.
Oh yeah.
If you share it, maybe I'll reshare it or something like that.
Okay, I can
And
send you the link if you want. I can send you the link to it.
oh
It'll
yeah,
take them straight to the YouTube thing. And
all five of my followers can watch it. I have a few more that aren't family, I guess. But I know next weekend is the next Saturday, super rare. It's called is the Pokemon show. If anyone does watch this and they have, I don't know, if children or themselves are interested. The guy Sven is his name. Really nice guy. They put on a nice show. A lot of vendors. It's well spaced out. I've only heard good things, from other people that attend there and everything. They all seem like there's a good mood, like I definitely feel like it's a family friendly atmosphere. So that's the next one.
okay,
But shout it out for him.
definitely. So
But
guys,
I'll be there. Last time he set me up like towards the front when you walk in, just because I have the backdrop and everything, and a lot of the card folks don't have that. They've got kind of their glass display cases, with the cards and all that in there and the binders and everything. So if anyone does go, say hello. I'll give you a print or something.
uh-oh. You guys heard it. Get on out there, get you a print. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I was
They're
giving out
nice.
Pikachus. I was giving out Pikachu's last time, and I'll probably do that again, actually.
And I
So
think I sent you the link for it,
okay,
so
cool.
you'll have it, and then you can go ahead and share that link with whoever you want.
Yeah, man. Build your brand.
Help us.
It will help
You know
us
what I
scratch
mean?
each other's back a little bit. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
You know how it works. So but again, we just love doing this because, like, again, we love your art.
man. I
Um,
appreciate that.
and you're such a great guy. So when we go to Tidewater Comic Con, you're going to be sitting down with us. We're going to be eating and drinking and talking about the day's events and how crazy it was and just having a good time.
Oh, the horror
Because
con.
when
Yeah,
you
for sure.
go,
That'd be
yeah,
cool. I
yeah,
already talked to Billy. I mean, I'm definitely going to do it. It's September
11th,
12th, 13th.
12th, and 13th.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Yep,
is it 3 days?
it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely be there. When I went last year, that was the first show I ever did, and it was well done. I mean, he had a lot of nice guests. Speaking of meeting people, I didn't know. Like the guy was talking to me for a while. When he left, the guy next to me was like, "You know who that is?" And it was like Jason. I had
I
he did buy Jason. He bought a Jason.
did he?
Yeah,
I
but
had him
I didn't
staying
know.
next door to me. We went upstairs, and I'm like, "Is that?" And I'm like, "Holy!" Right next door to where I was at.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, he's just a normal, cool dude. He was just
Yeah.
a nice guy, and he's not going to be like, "Hey, do you know who I am? I played a masked man, 30 years ago." Like, nah, it was a good time. So I think people will enjoy that as well.
Definitely.
So, and I'll have leading up to that, I'm definitely going to have more of the trick or treat series because, believe it or not, that's actually followed me. Because I have like 12 or so in that now. People at this show, the Tidewater, came up and bought more. They said, "We're trying to get your whole set." And I'm thinking, what? So that was kind of flattering because that's me as a consumer. I would do that. That's something I would do. I'm like,
Right.
all right. So now I owe it to the people. So I'm trying to make the ones that I don't have. It's
Yeah.
similar to Pokemon, not as much, but they do have this, do you have that? Everybody wants Art the Clown. That that movie though creeps me out so bad. Like I couldn't even watch the third one. That I know I would sell a lot of Art the Clown.
Oh
So
God, yes.
I have to say to myself, all right, do this for the business. Do this for, even though while you're drawing him, you might be uncomfortable. That's how I was doing Reagan from The Exorcist. She was creeping me out as I was drawing her.
Yeah.
Like once I did her face and everything, I was like, man, this is creepy. You know?
Well, Art, he's a big seller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm with you. After watching one and two, and then I got into three, I'm like, okay, I gotta give this a break. It was
Nah, it was like a little for me. Maybe I'm a wuss now, but it was a little next level for me. It got a little next level. And yeah, I mean, I'm honest with people. I say, yeah, it got a little strong for me. But still cool. Hey,
yeah.
it's cool. My teenage self, my early 20s self, probably would think it's the greatest thing. But I guess maybe because I'm older and have adult kids, it just creep me out a little bit. But it is good.
No,
You know.
I got you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that one.
Yeah.
But man, all right,
Cool.
guys.
Yeah,
Tom and I are
man.
going to wrap this up. I want to thank him for taking the time to give me this interview. Again, Tom is one of our favorite artists here at the Cosmic Portal, as well as on Capes and Cases. So, Fridge Worthy Art, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's where you go. That's where you find him. He'll be at the next convention, which is a Pokemon convention, this coming up weekend,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
tomorrow. So
No, I'm sorry. It's
next weekend.
next weekend. Sorry, not this
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah. Next weekend. So next weekend, go check it out. I'm pretty sure the news is out there, but we'll of course keep shouting it out, and we'll keep you guys
I
posted
think it's the
so you can go
30th.
out there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
No, not a problem, Tom. Guys, enjoy your evening, and thank you for joining us.